Before we start today, I want to share a heartwarming message from my friend, Tanya. Yesterday I thought, the subscriber count of mine is not great. 9 subscribers next to my YouTube channel. That didn't look so good to me. So instead of letting YouTube decide how many subscribers I have, I wrote on a post-it note that I actually have 87.2 million subscribers. Because what's the difference of a number on YouTube website with a number that I wrote down for myself? And I actually convinced myself that I do have 87.2 million followers, and I felt really great about myself. I told this to my friend Tanya. We had a good laugh, but today she sent me this message. She said, "You're a great person even without your 87.2 millions." Such a good friend I have. Today I want to talk about introvert. I don't know about you, but when I hear the word introvert, I feel just a little bit offended. Because I think the word introvert comes with a inferiority tone. Just because how everyone's been talking about it, we think that introverts are people who are unable to make friends themselves, even though they might want to do that. Ever heard the meme that introverts don't make friends, but they're instead adopted by extrovert? Now, what does that meme symbolize? Extrovert literally adopting introvert, so is extrovert like parents and introvert are like children? Just because we have different personalities, one gets to become the daddy and one becomes the son? The word, I think, indirectly, subconsciously, also always have a inferior spin into it. And this is true in China, the place I grew up, since I was in China from 0 to 12 years old. Until then, I came to America. I was branded an introvert by my mom, by my dad, by my teachers. In Chinese schools, you stay in the same classroom with the same 30 people for every one of your class. Instead of in American school, you move around between classes. So these 30 people are your little community for 6 years of elementary school. So it is kind of a big deal because the classroom is kind of your world when you're an elementary student. The teacher branded me an introvert. She was the ultimate authority of basically my entire life, because my entire life, in my sense, was in the classroom. She sees it because I seem shy. When other kids are playing with each other, I'm not playing with them, I'm by myself. I remember in recess, I used to sit under the tree and look at the sky as a 7-year-old. I started meditating at 7-year-old when other kids are playing with each other because I was an introvert. But she didn't look at bullying. She didn't see that the most popular kid in my class was organizing other people to bully me collectively. She didn't see that he took away my paper airplane that I made. That he fight me and I fight back, but we both got punished for it because the school just wants stability and for the conflict to be over. I don't care about bullying or who's wrong. The teacher's judgment did more damage ever. She did more damage with her judgment than the bully ever did, because she, as the authority of the classroom, branded me an introvert. An introvert, in her word, means that I'm shy, that I'm not good at talking to people. And so I accepted that definition without any question, because if I want to go against a teacher, it is almost like committing suicide, because the classroom is my world. So for 6 years, I was indeed the introvert. I wanted to make friends, but I'm too scared to. One is that, of course, the bully is still there with me for 6 years. Second, the teacher branded me an introvert. So if I act outside of my assigned identity, I don't know what's going to happen, but that feels like going against the teacher's judgment, and that's not very good. But I wasn't an introvert. I had a Olympic math class that are outside my school, so it was different people. Olympic math was very popular 10 years ago in China. I was a different person in that new classroom because there wasn't no bully. There wasn't that teacher who branded me an introvert. Everyone was new. I was talking to people. I was raising my hand in class. I was sharing jokes about myself. I was having fun. I was laughing loudly. And the little kids there loved me. We became really good friends. And the teacher loved me too. She encourages my authenticity. She encourages my raising my hand, even though sometimes I'm wrong with the answer. Most of the time I'm wrong. In that world, I wasn't an introvert. I was just, if not an extrovert, a normal kid who was having fun. My point is, the identity of introvert was given to me. It was given to me because of unfair and incomplete judgment. And I stuck with it because the authority told me that I was an introvert. I want to share this because this identity has shaped my life path. I wouldn't be able to talk to people because I firmly believe that I was an introvert. I'm not supposed to be good at talking to people. Until I finally realized that this is BS. That I wanted to talk to people, but I'm just too afraid to do so. Later on, the introversion became my excuse to not take the risk, shoot the shot, to approach people that I'm interested in because it feels scary. I'm an introvert. That's not something that I wanted to do, but in fact, it was something that I really wanted to do. 8 minutes. I shared this story to tell you that when you say that you're an introvert, really think about it. Because if I had this story, then it means other people had it too. Are you actually an introvert? Do you actually don't want to approach people who you are interested in? Do you have to let them to talk to you? Did some other authority figure say that you are an introvert? Carson is an introvert, guys. Say it in front of the whole class. He's shy. Once the teacher in elementary school even assigned some friends to me, it was extremely awkward. I didn't enjoy it at all. For obvious reasons, right? Special treatment. It was humiliating. But she branded me an introvert, and I believed her. And I chipped my own wings. I allowed myself to stay in my shell and not talk to people. And when I realized it, I used it as an excuse to not talk to people. Until one day I was done and I started talking to people. And to find that it's actually pretty interesting. It is something that I inherently wanted to do. If I was in the gym and I saw people who are bored, who I'm interested in, I'm gonna go talk to them. Why not? The worst thing is a rejection, which, because I've gotten 170 rejections just in the year of 2024, I don't care much about rejections anymore. So, think about it. In your life, Are you actually an introvert? Or did you just believe that you're an introvert because other people told you so? Because your mom told you so? Because other kids were picking on you unfairly? That shaped you into a scared, afraid person. And also remember that, introvert or not, you will have great friends, like Tanya to me. Whatever we are, no one's born in this world to be alone. To be alone. No. Have a good day then.